Hello.
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 How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I hope that you are too. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I hope that you are too.
Hi, everyone. It's Miss Cindy. Time for music. Hello, everybody. Glad we're here for music today. Let me see you raise your hand. Wave, smile, and say hi. Wackadoo, wackadoo. It's music time for you. Hello, all my friends. Glad we're having music again. Let me see you raise both hands. Wave, smile, and say hi. Wackadoo, wackadoo. Music time for you. Okay, putting my guitar down, and we are going to do some traveling around the world today, starting with a movement song from Mexico, the Mexican hat dance. So follow my movements. Da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Da-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum. 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 Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum. 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 Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da. Now we're going to use our voices. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Errands. Ba-da-ba-da-dum, ba-dum. Acres. 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 Errands, acres, errands, acres, errands, acres, errands, acres, errands, acres, errands, acres. We love you. Okay, let's pick up some shakers. I've got some egg shakers right here. We are going to do some shaking, and we're going to start with It's a Small World. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small, small world. There is just one moon and one golden sun, and a smile means friendship to everyone. Though the mountains are wide and the oceans divide, it's a small world after all. 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 It's a small, small world. Now we're going to go to some places where we have to do some moving with our eggs. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when it's time to go to the beach? Let's swim, swimming at the beach. Let's swim, swimming at the beach. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when it's time to go to the mountains? Let's climb way up high in the mountains. Let's climb way up high. How fast can you shake? till I say freeze? How fast can you shake till I say freeze? How fast can you shake till I say freeze? How fast can you shake? What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when it's time to go to the jungle? Let's swing, swinging from the trees in the jungle. Let's swing, swinging from the trees. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do when it's time to come back home? Let's rest, oh let's rest. Back home, let's rest, oh let's rest. Now we have another song. This one is from France, and believe it or not, it's in French. So I am going to do my best to speak French, but it's not the language I use every day, so I apologize right away for any mistakes I might make. It's about a bird, and this poor bird is getting his feathers plucked from his head, his wings, his feet, and his tail. Oh, the poor thing. Alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumaré, jante plumaré la tête, jante plumaré la tête, et la tête, et la tête. Oh! Alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumaré, jante plumaré les ailes, jante plumaré les ailes. Et les ailes, et les ailes, et la tête, et la tête. Oh! Alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumaré, jante plumaré lépide, jante plumaré lépide, et lapide, et lapide, et les ailes, et les ailes, et la tête, et la tête. Oh! Alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumaré, jante plumaré la cou, jante plumaré la cou, et la cou, et la cou, et les pieds, et les pieds, et les ailes, et les ailes, et la tête, et la tête. Oh! Alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumaré. That poor bird, I don't think he has any feathers left. We're going to put our shakers down. I'm going to pick up a hand drum today to play. And you may play on any instrument that you have available. If you want to keep doing some shaking, that's fine. If you just want to move to the music, that's okay too. We are going to take a trip to the islands. And we are going to relax on this trip like a lazy coconut tree. Some folk like to go fishing far across the bay. I would rather be dreaming on the beach all day, like a lazy coconut tree, like a lazy coconut tree. Some folk work in the jungle till the day is done. I would rather be lying on the beach in the sun, like a lazy coconut tree, like a lazy coconut tree. Now we're going to take a trip across the ocean all the way to Spain. And in this country across the ocean is a cat. His name is Señor Don Gato. And this song tells a story. Gets a little sad, but I can tell you it has a happy ending. Oh, Señor Don Gato was a cat. On a high red roof Don Gato sat. He went there to read a letter, meow, 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 where the reading light was better, was a love note for Don Gato. I adore you, wrote the lady cat, who was fluffy white and nice and fat. There was not a sweeter kitty, meow, 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 in the country or the city, meow, meow, meow. And she said she'd wed Don Gato. Oh, Don Gato jumped so happily, he fell off the roof and broke his knee, broke his wigs, ribs, and all his whiskers, meow, 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 and his little solar plexus, meow, meow, meow. Caramba, cried Don Gato. Oh, the doctors came right on the run, just to see if something could be done. And they held a consultation, meow, 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 about how to save their patient, meow, 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 how to save Signor Don Gato. But in spite of everything they tried, poor Don Gato gave up and died. Oh, it wasn't very merry, meow, 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 going to the cemetery, meow, 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 for the ending of Don Gato. But as the funeral passed the market square, such a smell of fish was in the air. Though his burial was slated, meow, 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 he became reanimated, meow, meow, meow. He came back to life, Don Gato. See, I told you a happy ending. Now we're going all the way to China. You might recognize this song from a movie about a panda bear who liked to do some kung fu fighting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Their kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping things up, they were chopping things down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knows their part. From a kicking from the hip and doing a little slips, everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. They fought with extra timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping things up, they were chopping things down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knows their part. From a fainting to a slip and a kicking from the hip, everybody was kung fu fighting. Their kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hope you enjoyed that trip to China. I might have heard some of you going, yeah, during that song. Okay, now we're gonna do some walking in the jungle and many other places we're going to around the world, and wait till you see or hear the animals that we are going to see. Walking through the jungle, walking through the jungle. What will we see? What will we see? I think I see a lion. Roar, roar, roar. Chasing after me, chasing after me. Floating in the ocean, floating in the ocean. What will we see? What will we see? I think chasing after me, chasing after me. Oh, trekking in the desert, trekking in the desert. What will we see? What will we see? I think I see a snake chasing after me, chasing after me. Oh, slipping on an iceberg, slipping on an iceberg. What will we see? What will we see? I think I see a polar bear. Growl, growl, growl. Chasing after me, chasing after me. Running home for supper, running home for supper. Where have we been? Where have we been? We've been around the world and back. We've been around the world and back and seen so many things. And seen so many things. Whew, around the world and back home for supper in the good old USA. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond desert. And all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Oh, I am hoping you've enjoyed that trip around the world. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice to come home. Show me the way to come home. I'm tired and I wanna go to bed. I did a little traveling in music today, and it's gone right to my head. Everywhere I've roamed, overseas, land and foam, you can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go home. Home sweet home. And now for our last song. See ya later, alligator, in a while, crocodile. See you soon, baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Oh, goodbye, all my friends. Hope you enjoyed traveling today. Give a hug, ladybug, say bye-bye, butterfly, blow a kiss, jellyfish, say so long, King Kong. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. See you later.
Hi guys, welcome back to the barn at Greystone Manor Therapeutic Riding Center. Today we are going to learn about horse scent. We're going to learn about the body parts, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, eyes, ears, mouth, and nose, and the senses. So today we're going to see our horses and our human friends show us both of those on our horse and ourselves. We're also going to have special snack time at the end. So you can see what horses like to have during their snack time. So let's go see what our friends are up to. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Christina. Who's your friend here?
This is Opie, and he thinks that I have more treats in my pocket, but I don't. We're going to start with introducing the horse body parts as a review. So, what size and shape is your head? Mine is round. Opie's is more like a triangle. You can see from the side, his shape of his head is not like ours at all. But what's funny about horses is a human's brain is about this size. If you put your two hands together, you can see what a human's brain looks like. On the other hand, a horse's brain is about this size. So that's a funny fact. I think he thinks it's real, but it's fake. Horses have bangs, like some people do. This hair in the front here. Sometimes we braid it to keep it out of his face. I don't like when my hair gets in my face. Do you? It's not good. Okay, and then we go to the neck. Opie's neck is very long and muscular, not like ours. Ours are small, but it's perfect for giving him a hug. He's such a nice boy. And then we go to his shoulder. Now your shoulders are very small. You can put one hand over your shoulder and pretty much cover it up. Not with Opie's shoulder. This is his shoulder, this whole part here. So it's much, much bigger than ours. It's perfect for running because he has a lot of muscle over that shoulder. He's really strong. And I can show you how his shoulder moves a little bit by lifting up his leg. Thank you, Opie. You can see the shoulder move, and you can see this is his elbow. Neat. All right. Stand here, buddy. Next, we're going to go to toes. So, Opie walks on one toe, and it's called a hoof. Humans walk on 5 toes. So hoof is like a big toenail, and it needs trimmed so it doesn't get too long. I bet you have your toenails trimmed too, so they don't get too long. It's kind of like the same thing. And I bet it would be really weird if you walked around on one big toe like Opie, but he's used to it because he's a horse. He's very interested in me today. I think that he thinks I have treats. All right, so eyes. Look how big his eyes are. He's very curious today. They're much bigger than people's eyes. And if you take notice to where they're at on his head, they're kind of off to the side. If I were a horse, I would have eyes here. If you point to your temples, this is where your eyes would be if you were a horse. But they're not, they're here. And this helps the horse to see in all directions so he can see any danger coming. It helps him to survive in the wild. Good boy, Opie. Thanks for helping us today. Ears. His ears are cone-shaped. Can you feel your ears? They're not cone-shaped. He can also move them back, front, left, and right. And he does that in the direction that he hears a sound. Can you move your ears when you hear something? There we go. I don't know about you, but I can't wiggle my ears. Definitely not like Opie. All right, mouth. This is a very interesting part. So Opie has around 40 adult teeth. We can show you his mouth now. Look how big they are. Open your mouth real nice for us. There, don't eat my fingers. There we go. So 40 adult teeth. He had baby teeth when he was little, and he lost them when he was around 3 years old. Do you remember losing your baby teeth and then getting permanent teeth? Horses' teeth grow as they get older, and they can grow up to 4 inches long. And they see a dentist. The dentist has to file or float their teeth so they don't get sharp edges. You probably see a dentist too, but you don't get your teeth filed. And, all right, let's see. We checked out his teeth. So his nose, which he's using a lot right now, is very big, better to smell you with. He also has whiskers on his nose, and they help him to feel things. And he plays with his nose too, as he's been doing a lot of playing today. Feel your nose. How does it feel? It doesn't feel like Opie's at all, and I bet you don't have whiskers. Well, unless you have a mustache. Horse bodies are the same, but yet different than ours. They're built for speed, to avoid danger, and to find food.
Not paper.
Not today, Opie. Thank you so much for helping us, Opie. Thank you guys for listening. It was really fun. Good boy. Good boy.
All right. Christina, do we have a song that we can play to learn more about the body parts?
For sure. You guys want to do it with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go right here so we have more room. Does anyone want to join in? Michelle?
Aaron's Acres, if you want to join in, I think you guys might know this song too.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us for that song. I think we've got another friend to meet. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Aaron's Acres campers. I'm here. I'm Linda again. I'm here with Nando, and you can see he's getting a little bored waiting for you guys to come over and talk to us. But Christina did such a nice job with Opie telling you about a horse's body parts, and I thought Nando and I could tell you a little bit about their senses. Horses have hearing, sight, smell, taste, and touch, just like we do, but they're a little different from us. And it's important, if you're loving and handling horses like we do, or students do, to understand their senses. That helps keep our horses calm, and it helps keep all our people safe. So let's learn a little bit about Nando. First, we're going to talk about Nando's sight. As Christina had said, his eyes are very wide on his head. Well, this makes an interesting problem for him because he cannot see directly in front of him. So we don't usually pat horses on their forehead because he can't see your hands. And we don't approach horses behind them to their tail. It might surprise them. You might get a kick. So what we do when we approach our horses is we move into an area like their shoulder or neck where they can see us, and that helps keep them calm. We'd like to let our horses know that we're coming and keep them from wanting to jump away if we spook up on them, right? Have you ever had anyone sneak up on you? Right, I don't like it very much. I don't know about you. We also sometimes use something in our lessons, like on a day that's hot and there are lots of flies, we might use fly spray. Well, because Nando's eyes are so wide set on his head, I would always show it to him both on the left side and on the right side. That helps him know in his brain what's approaching because he sees differently with his left eye and his right eye. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like a superpower. All right, let's move on. We'll talk about his ears. Look at how Nando's ears are pointing backwards right now. He must hear something behind him. Horses' ears are special because they telescope all the way around like this. He can hear things in his environment, and when they're outside, that helps keep him safe because he can hear all kinds of noises. Hearing is very, very sensitive. But when he has another little superpower in that he can be listening to you guys up in front of us and to something behind him all at the same time. He hears two things. All right, so let's move on. Touch. Nando loves to be touched. Horses, like in the field, they might scratch each other and groom. And you see his lips shaking a little bit. That's because it feels so good to him. They do not like to be handled too softly or too hard. So their sense of touch is sensitive. Do you guys like a good back rub too? I know I do. All right, let's move on to another sense that he has, and that would be a sense of smell. Have you guys ever smelled something yucky? Do you want to taste it? I wouldn't. Look at Nando. He moved his head away. That's something that we use for cleaning, and it doesn't smell very good. But watch this. In my pocket, I have something that might smell good. See if I can find it. Stuck a little piece of carrot in there. Nando, what's this? Oh, he recognized that carrot right away. That's good. So Nando, he's tasting it now too. He has a very big tongue. Maybe you can see it sticking out when he's eating his carrot. And he loves the taste of pretty much anything that's a vegetable. Horses are vegetarians. They don't eat any meat. So they like to eat things in the field and the grain that we feed them. And we'll learn a little bit more about that. So I wanted to tell you one other interesting thing about horse senses. At Greystone, we had a horse that was completely blind in one eye. He couldn't see. But that happened from an injury, actually. But the cool thing about that is that he went on to have a very interesting job, a very happy and healthy life. And his other senses kind of helped him out. His hearing was better on that side, his sense of touch, and the people that worked with him helped him too. So I think that was a really interesting fact about horse senses. They're like us. Sometimes one sense is stronger than another or helps out if one isn't working as well. So thank you, Nando, for sharing about senses. Do you guys have time for one other thing?
I think we do.
All right, let's walk over here. Sometimes in lessons, we use toys. And it's important that our horses get a chance to use their senses to explore those toys. So I have a flower. So he's feeling it with his nose, but he's also trying to taste it. Good job, Nando. He's really checking that out. All right, and then sometimes we do silly things. Okay. Come over here. Sometimes we'll play with a ball, and he actually knows how to play soccer, which is kind of cool. So let's see if he'll play with that with his foot. Like, once it's showing his finger, he's exploring that too with his senses. Come here, let's go. Let's go. Let's play ball.
Yay!
I think he likes the flower better. All right, thank you, Nanny, for sharing your senses with our friends from Aaron's Acres. Thanks, guys.
All right. Looks like he might have worked up an appetite.
I think he's hungry.
All right. Well,
Snack time?
we do have snack time. Let's go over here and see what we have. We've got a lot of vegetables here. If you guys didn't know, horses are actually vegetarians. They don't eat meat like some people do. We've got hay. This is going to be the base for our horsey salad that you guys are going to see today. We've got some grass with clovers. We couldn't find any 4-leaf clovers, but maybe if you guys get the chance to go outside, you guys can do some searching for some. We've got some apples, some grain, and a carrot here. I don't know if you guys like to eat carrots, but they're super crunchy and super good for our horses. We've got the same ingredients for our salad. We're gonna make one for Opie as well. So again, we've got our hay, our grass and our clover, a really crunchy carrot, some sticky peppermint that smells really, really good, our grain, and some apples, which remind me of one of my favorite songs. I don't know about you guys, but maybe while our horses eat, we can play that song for them. All right, you guys, our snacks are ready.
I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Now, let's make a long A sound. Apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. Let's try a long E sound. Apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to
Looks like Opie's got some on his face. He really likes his salad today. How's Nando doing on his salad?
Nando's licking the bottom of his bucket. He really likes it. He thinks it's very tasty. I smell peppermint in there. I think that's his favorite, which is just a little treat we give him once in a while. Mostly he likes his hay and his salad, which are the main parts of his diet.
Can you guys hear him licking his bowl clean?
Nando has another trick. Maybe I can show it to you. Let's see if you can move the bucket out of the way.
Nando. He's like, no, I think I'm just gonna keep licking my bowl. Thank you.
You guys eat your dinner like that. You're a better manners than Nando. Okay, let's back up. I actually taught Nando how to drink out of a water bottle. Don't you need a drink when you're finished with your snack? He's kind of messy, but he thinks that's fun. Okay, buddy, let's go.
All right, well, now that they've had their snacks and Nando's had a big gulp of water, I think we're just at about our time for the day. So, Michelle?
Well, thank you so much, Erin Zakers, for joining us today. I hope you learned and had a good time learning with our friends here about the senses and the body parts and what they like to eat at snack time. We enjoyed working with you, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Now it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Goodbye.
Now it's time to say goodbye to our friends.
Goodbye.
Now it's time to say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Goodbye.